Our tradition here in the Church of Homeboy Industries is that we have Ash Wednesday service in a sense. So I want to say a couple things. One is, kind of being with my dying mama, who's 92 years old. She's in and out of being coherent, and you can be there for hours, but then all of a sudden, she will lock on to you, and she will bring this kind of extraordinary focus to you, and she'll look at you, even though you've been there for hours, and she'll go, oh, "You're here," and that happens, to each of us. They're all my sibs, and then I was praying the following day. I thought, wow, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. That God just kind of wants us to hear the only message God wants to communicate. You're here with breathless delight. We think that there are all these other messages. It's like crazy. Wow, you're disappointing me again? You're screwing up again? Wow, can't you do anything right? These are the messages I think we think. These aren't even on God's wavelength. All God wants to do is just go, ah, you're here. It's the notice of God. All of a sudden you connect. You align your heart with the pulse of God. You go, yeah, that's it. You're here. And once you can hear that, the only longing and message that God desires to give to us, then all of a sudden you're connected. All of a sudden you are noticing the notice of God, and you see people differently. You're not watching people anymore. You're seeing them. You're noticing them because you're connected to this God who has only one desire, which is to say, you're here. So it's Lent, and so it's 40 days and 40 nights, and it's Jesus in the desert. And I don't know, it's hard for us to graduate from the third grade on this one. We think, oh, deprivation, growling stomach, give up stuff, fasting. Well, that's what Jesus did. And true enough, he's in the desert. And, he didn't pack a torta for every one of the 40 days, and there was no vato out there selling burritos outside the desert, chorizo and huevo. But that's not the point. It's not about sin. It's not about giving stuff up. It's about giving into the tenderness of God, who has only one message, and that is to look at you with breathless delight and say, you're here. And I suspect that was the entirety of his experience in the desert. Just connecting to that notice of God and letting it fill him. And then you leave the desert, and then you encounter other people, and you notice people differently. And then you're noticing with the notice of God that's breathless and delighting. And that's the whole point.